intellect according to Eastern wisdom. The worldly intellect or worldly mind is impulsive in nature. God has given this, we discussed last time, God has given this worldly intellect or worldly mind, which is impulsive in nature. It follows the programming which we already have and the animals have. The wisdom intellect seeks deeper understanding and clarity. So when you told me that you started discerning with the worldly intellect, worldly mind, impulsive mind, and your focus was to get rid of the panic and anxiety. The wisdom intellect says, I don't have it. Let me check it. It is separate from me. It is a different from me. These symptoms belongs to the body. I do not have it. That is what the discerning intellect or the wisdom intellect is. And
Yes, yeah, I didn't do that.
you didn't do that, and that is why it continued. And then you called your dad. That was the peak moment of your worldly mind, which means that your impulsivity reached at the peak and you are searching a solution from the impulsive mind. That is not at all possible. It cannot help you. It cannot help you, and that is why it did not help. Another problem.
Yeah.
It came to my mind just now. Even a slight poison can kill us. Poison is just poison. You take 1 teaspoonful or you take a pint of. For example, the potassium cyanide. You take a pinch of it or you take a teaspoon. Both causes the same level of so-called physical death. Why I said so? The worldly intellect have these impulsibility. Even a pinch of that worldly mind starts and it makes it so big. Not only it causes the anxiety, reaction, blame, complaint, but ultimately it also results into the panic attack. Third point, which is very important, you are wise, so it is important to understand before you put up any question. I just want to make sure. First thing, the journey of the self-discovery can only be done by the wisdom intellect. The journey to inner peace and happiness can only be done by the wisdom intellect that has the power of discernment. It cannot be done by the worldly intellect, which is impulsive, reactive, blaming, and complaining. It is just like your pet dog looking at the bite of the food and then it gains focus. So when we have an anxiety, we gain focus and we try to get rid of the anxiety where it does not exist. So there we only solution to help is the wisdom intellect. So you can change the name, the default mind and the discerning mind. The default mind is unconscious pattern of habitual reaction that creates suffering and confusion. You had nothing. You have taken the pill. The pill has its effect on the body, on the save even for the brain and the mind. but it affects the mind and the brain. It doesn't affect your real self. It doesn't affect you basically, but you associated because of the programming of the default mind, you associated yourself that I am the body. And that level of awareness is lost, I am the body, then you can continue to increase that stress and suffering. I discussed that in perhaps in the second last or third week before. I said this default mind expresses itself as default mind. I use the word casual mind also. There are many words. So that default mind or casual mind has a foolish mind. It becomes deluded mind. First, it becomes foolish mind. Foolish mind, I mistake something else for something. Then it enters into delusion. Delusion, what will happen? I have taken the pill. Why you have taken the pill? But I have taken the pill because I have a sore neck. So, okay. But why you have taken? You should have. But I have taken it now. So I am already entered into the confusion, and this confusion results into a deluded mind, and deluded mind is what we call the impure mind. Impure mind reacts, blames and complains. Impurity results into reaction. So you started reacting, you called your dad, it amplifies your inner disturbances without any reason.
I mean, I still have an intellect either to choose what I put in my body or not, and so anytime you take a pill, you pay off the risk reward of side effect versus the reward of maybe helping with the inflammation. And
yes, you give me the name of any pill. I will search on the Google and I will give you 15 side effects of any pill. Now question is if I continue my default mind, my casual mind, my foolish mind to continue with those side effects, I should not have taken it. But after taking, now I start thinking of 15 side effects. That is the job of a deluded mind.
yeah, I agree because I should be able to take a pill and leave it at that.
Leave it at that. So you created unwanted, unnecessary thinking over such a small pill which is not even maybe 1 inch inside, which disturbed your 6 feet of.
Well, this much poison can kill me, though.
Why, when I live with the worldly, casual, foolish mind, it can kill me?
The body. Obviously, I think this happened for whatever reason it happened, but this completely exposed me to the fact that I'm still very much attached to the body. And so maybe this needed to happen, and I could use this as a learning lesson and a wake up call because this completely exposed me. I feel naked and vulnerable because I thought I was at a certain level, and this completely just said, here you go, here's a chance, and I failed.
Yes, you understand. You should also understand. Fundamentally, I discussed that this worldly intellect, or you can say casual mind, or the default mind, or the foolish mind, or the deluded mind, different aspects, impure and reactive mind. It has to exist for my survival all the time. But if it interferes in the area where it should not, that results into panic and anxiety and other short of the problem. What will happen if my honey leaves me? Nothing is going to happen. But what will happen? One guy just yesterday in the morning, asked me, what will happen? I said, when you got married 10 years ago. I said, what is the date? Marriage anniversary. Do you know? It is 15th January and this year. I'm not telling you the year. Okay, the 15th January. I said, were you married on 14th of January? No. Were you alive? Yes. Were you thriving? Yes. Did anything happen? No. Now also nothing will happen. This is clarity. This is the job of the wisdom intellect, or you can say the discerning intellect uses the discernment. Why discernment? It filters out what is real and what is false. Without awakening, this default mind traps us in cycles of emotional reactivity and misunderstanding. Understanding and transforming this impulsive mind so that it should not interfere in my daily work. If it interferes in my daily working, then I'm just like any dog, You just show the bite of the food, and now the dog is already focused. So my worldly mind is already focused. I have little pain, and now what is this pain? If it is, if that is, if there are many if and buts, and then I fall into delusion, confusion, impurity, reactivity, and it goes on increasing. It goes on increasing. The discerning intellect awakens as a conscious observer, distinguishing events from the personal emotional stories. The worldly mind creates lot of stories. So it created a story of anxiety which results into panic attack. Even the panic attack and anxiety were your emotional stories. You did not see what is the reality. You did not apply the brake principle where the brake principle has gone because you forget it. So what happens in the default mind, you always forget that principle. You did not apply the brake principle.
I just felt like I had no control. I'm just looking back.
Did I tell you that I told you you had a thought, I don't have any control? Did you say to that thought that this is just a thought, this is not me? I told you 100 of times. Just see, close your eyes. Just see it now. Just see, break, behold. Place, position, and posture. Place, you are just aware of place, position, and posture. So when you become aware, you experience the place, position, and posture. You are shifting your awareness from the distracted mind to something focused, natural focus. So when I say behold, should I say that my nature is of peace and happiness? Break. So that behold means you observe. Observe means you notice what is happening to the body different from you, what is happening to the mind different from you, what is happening what is happening to the body, mind, are different and separate from you. Then you recognize or means intellectually identify the attachment as a thought. That is the biggest issue. What is it? Now the mind says, I am in anxiety, and your discerning intellect says, it is a thought, I am not. It is a thought, I am not a thought. I am not a thought, I am not an anxiety. You see clearly the knower and the known. Why? My friend, the knower is always separate and different from the known. For example, I see you, or I can say I see you, then who is seeing you is separate from you. Means I know you, but I am not you. I know you, but I am not you. So I know the thought of anxiety, but I am not you. But I am not you means I am not this thought. Can I see clearly? When I see clearly, the E means I create the separation. I conclude the state of delusion. I remove the delusion by establishing a clear separation between observer and observed that I discussed. When you say that, now you come to A, you activate your intellect. This is what the discerning intellect is activated. Is activated means you are aware. You are aware. What you are aware? You are aware that nothing outside can cause any trouble to me, including the pills. Now you keep returning. What is the K means? Keep returning. How? Now you do nothing. Any thought comes, you watch, you see, you recognize that it is not me. At the same time, when you see the space between knower and the known, knower and the known means here is a thought. Before saying here is me, you just drop Om Shanti, I am peace. We are not doing anything at all. Now, doing anything at all means your mind, the default mind, moves the body. And it indicates you that here I am. I will cause you the problem. Don't worry. How much you try. So can you maintain the place, position and posture? How come? By just living in self-awareness. Not forcing anything, just you live in awareness. The moment you lose that awareness, the moment you lose that awareness, the mind through the body can move to the casual states, foolish states, deluded states, impure states, reactive states. That is what we discussed. So it is in the beginning we have to hold on to it. So at the time, the anxiety, anytime, anywhere, let me sit. Check the place. No more movement in the body. No more, here is a place, here is a position, and here is posture. Finished. The default mind will cause trigger from all the sides to move. The moment you move, you are already gone. You enter into another stage of the default mind. That is why J. Krishnamurti suggests that meditation is a state of extraordinary awareness in which you are watching but not getting identified with what you are watching. One of the great spiritual masters in modern times. So we are living in extraordinary awareness. We are not forcing the body to be still. It is because of my self-awareness I see, I experience, I check. Why? In that state of awareness, there is no place for the casual mind, foolish mind, deluded mind, impure mind, reactive mind. Then what? Then it is because of the discerning intellect is already there. Very good. In that state, I look again inside. Here is what is happening. Here is a thought. Okay, this thought is not me. Shanti. Here is a feeling and sensation. This feeling and sensation is not me. Shanti. So what is happening? My friend, the discerning intellect is showing us the path. What? Discerning intellect is like a lamp of guidance, where it illuminates where each mental step leads, preventing impulsive action. Whereas discerning intellect, it is like a light at present, where in the presence of the light I see you and you see me. In the same presence of light of awareness, you see the thought coming and going. It prevents the impulsive action. Even if you have the same repeated thought, it creates a pause, separation. And in that separation, your emotional reactivity dissolves because it does not exist. It exists because of the ignorance. It exists because of its association. Now it is separate, so you drop Om Shanti. And when you repeat the practice every day, regularly, without fail, with commitment, that level of awareness is strengthened by the practice, which results into experience of what? Experience of peace and happiness. That is what the break model is. Again, I'm repeating. Break leads to the awareness of light which is already present in this room, in your room, by which I can see you, you can see me. Now I'm translating this light is the light of awareness we get by the break model. So that in that light I see the thoughts are coming and going, but I see they are separate and different from me. The way in the presence of the light, I and you are not the light. But in the presence of the light, I am aware of you, I see you, you are aware of me, and you see me. So I see the thought, I am aware of the thought, and thought has nothing to do with me. And then I don't miss the chance, I simply drop Om Shanti even now. Again, check. A simple trigger of the default mind can move the body, can create a negative sensation in the body, and it can lead you to the result you have already experienced. So it begins with a simple trigger. In your case, it started with such a small pill of which you are aware why you have taken it. Can I continue with that thought why I have taken it? To get rid of the sore throat problem? There is no problem. And that is why I explain to you any medication, any pill you see me, it has more than 50 side effects, I can tell you by going into their website, who created, who manufactured. And the 51st reason, they say the other effects are unknown. Other effects of honey, money, pleasure are unknown. So you see that gradually you start settling into that calmness. If not, we should continue by the regular practice we achieve that result. What is the result? The discerning intellect doesn't allow to poke the nose by the default mind in every affair, and then we are free. I told you this. Impulsive mind is needed, but it is not. It is a necessary evil. But it is needed at times. It needed very much at the time of the birth. How can I communicate? Mom, give me the milk, I'm hungry. So I started crying, jumping. So it is at the peak for my survival, and it continues to remain present for survival, not for unnecessary rationalization. You are again looking at the thought. You recognize, oh, this is a thought, this is not me. I'm not a thought. I'm not a thought of even calmness. I'm not a thought of even peace. And then you see the space and you drop Om Shanti. Even you can extend that practice. Om Shanti means that I'm the peace. But when you say I'm the peace, you become aware of the infinite space. What happened? Yesterday, instead of becoming aware of the peace, you became aware of the thought because you got obsessed with the thought. I'm in anxiety, then I have a panic attack, what I will do, I will die, then I have a fear. This is the story of your casual mind, foolish mind, reactive mind, impure mind, etc., etc. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can also chant mentally with me. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. One more time. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind. Now feel the sensation of the right arm for a little, for a moment. Don't move it. Just feel. Now, is this sensation is panic or anxiety? No. It is the same sensation before? Also, answer is yes. Then why I felt that this sensation is a pain? Because of my thought process. Because I associated with it. Because I didn't see the gap. Yes, feel. I'm simply saying, feel the left arm. The mind goes there, you feel it. Now bring your mind on both bring your hands on both eyes. Open the eyes inside the palm and stay there for a while. Again, look into the darkness in the space. Is there anxiety? Is there panic? Answer is no. Bring the hands down. And if you say if there is, it is only the thought. And you are not the thought.
No.
How do you feel?
Good.
You're saying for the sake of saying, or are you feeling good?
No, I wouldn't do that to you. I feel good. I got into it in the moment. It was just a thought. It was just a thought. I mean, you say that, but and it's like you realize how also powerful and the mind can be. It can really trick you.
Don't say powerful. How can the mind be crazy? Mind is only powerful when you are in peace and happiness.
That's true. I don't like to even that's complimenting the mind. I don't want to give mind power. You're right. I don't want to say that about the mind.
Yeah. Where I cannot even touch, I cannot be like even one cell of these masters, including my master. So there is a story of one master. He was taking a bath, he was bathing in the Ganges river. So while returning, he saw the very poisonous spider. He was trying to save himself because they sink and they die. The master put his hand into the water, lifted. Where you have gone? You have disappeared? Come back. I have to tell you. Yes, you return. So that guy, monk, that great master, put his hand into the water under the spider, lifted the spider, and wanted to throw it on the ground. But as he took 3 steps, the spider stings. And impulsive nature. Now, you may be awakened, but your impulsive mind never goes.
Yeah.
So definitely, because it stings, so your impulsive nature moved your hand And the spider went again into the water. What is the job of a discerning intellect? There is the message, such a beautiful metaphor, and it happened really, it happens really.
Yeah.
So the master said, okay, you, that is your nature, but my nature is kindness. So he put his hand again into the water, he lifted, stinked again, and 5 times, 10 times stinking. At last, spider is thrown into the ground. The guy was looking at him and he said, what a crazy monk he is. What a crazy monk you are. How come? Why didn't you say that what a crazy spider is? No, he was thinking on you and you are just, holding, picking up and again. The master said, if the spider cannot leave its nature of stinking, why should I leave my nature? Did you understand?
Yeah.
Why should I leave my nature? They inspire, they motivate you. Why should I leave my discerning intellect, which gives me the peace and happiness? Why am getting swayed by the default mind? Mind is an instrument. Mind is not the master.
Yeah.
So, how to do it? That is the text we are studying. We return again to the first verse. Master says, hammer the delusion. It's the name of this text is also the hammer the delusion. Whatever the situation it is. Hammer the delusion.
Yeah.
Whatever the situation condition is, whether it is caused by the pill or not. So the master says what you should be doing. So this master has written this verse in the form of a poetry addressing the foolish mind, as if the foolish mind is a person. I'm creating an imagery so that you can fathom the depth of this verse. Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam Bhaj Murhamate. The first line has 2 masses. Recall and remember that you are of the nature of peace, happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. Means you turn your mind to the real self, which is already you are. O foolish mind, addressing the foolish mind.
How do you do that when the body is actually feeling? I mean, when it's actually creating symptoms like the heart rate shooting up or feeling dizziness? How do you? That's the challenge, it seems, because like that stuff is happening and it's not pleasant. It's not sitting here talking to you in homeostasis. It's in fight or flight, and that feels way more challenging than like the way it feels now. So how do I handle that?
You are the body. When your mind is deeply identified with the body, then even in these states, even in smaller states, even the pill did not affect you and you created those symptoms. And then you get carried away by those symptoms. Fact was, there was nothing. So your mind can create those symptoms even you don't have those symptoms. So you get scared of mind creating those delusions, what to talk when you have those real, so-called real pain. So it means the long journey ahead. And that long journey ahead can be made very shorter if you commit to the practice and you say, let me contemplate and reflect. Am I the body or am I not the body? So even instead of the pain, you are not the body. Mind prevents that extreme pain to be experienced that normally happens in medical science by giving you anesthesia. Another student of mine from the Ukraine, what a beautiful way he explained to me. I was sitting in meditation and my mind went inside. It went deep. On the other hand, I saw that my body became like a rock, not moving at all, but my mind has crazy thoughts. But I saw the separation between them. He sent me that email. And I could see the separation of the body from the mind, and all. I have no feeling at all. I felt as if I have transcended the body. So when you can transcend the body in meditative state, gradually it comes, you can transcend the body in these conditions. When the body poses lot of challenges, you can be free. So when you are explaining to me, when body has those challenges, you have already taken for granted that I am the body.
Yeah.
So with that deluded mind, how it is possible?
I've already lost.
You already lost.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, then none of that would have ever happened.
In deep sleep, I'm in deep sleep, and someone comes, says, be had. What do I feel?
Nothing.
Come on. Someone beheaded me and I don't feel anything. Why? Because I'm not the body.
Yeah.
So this master is saying, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam, Bhaj Mudhamati. What is in the first line? He gives two messages. Recognize, remember that I am the real self of the nature of peace and happiness. Indirectly it means I am not the body. But then the master is pointing out, oh foolish mind. Foolish mind always identifies with the body. And then what it says, such a beautiful line. Samprapte sannahite kale nahi rakshati dukran karni. So it's a metaphor he is using. So let me explain you the metaphor first. This master was going into the holiest city in India. The holiest city, which is 6,000 years old city. It is known as Varanasi. So he was walking into the street of that holiest city. He saw an 80-year-old guy was cramming the rules of the grammar. 80 years old, why you are repeating the rules of the grammar? You should study something which can benefit you at this age. What the hell?
Yeah.
We are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Why I have panic attack? Why I have problem? Why I have it? Why my honey dished me when I loved her so much? Really? You loved her or you were attached? You were fulfilling your selfish interest of sensual desire, or you really love her? Master is saying, don't make me foolish. It is your foolish mind. So san prapte san nahite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukrun karni. So craving the rules of the grammar, rationalizing it, intellectualizing it is not going to help you to get free from anxiety, free from stress, free from suffering. Do whatever you want to do. You did entire rationalization. This is the message of the Master.
Yeah.
It exactly fits into the incident. So I have to see objectively, oh foolish mind, foolish mind, you're causing anxiety, you're causing the panic. Foolish mind, stop, stop. I cannot stop because I feel so much. I feel about you so much. You say to the honey, honey, honey says that you are crazy. I feel so much about someone else. And then your feeling is gone.
Yeah, it's true.
So don't start thinking that when you are going to get married and if my, she has become my partner and my partner starts thinking, having a feeling for someone else. Don't start thinking. It will again put you into a delusion.
Okay.
What is the message Master is giving? That is what I did it in break model. Turn towards real self, O confused and deluded mind. At the time of the death, I'm reading the complete translation. At the time of the death, nothing, not your scholarship, about the medication which you took. So you just invoke the scholarship. You became a great scholar of understanding how this pill will cause me side effects, and one side effect was the panic and anxiety attack. Wow, what a great scholarship. Not grammar, not worldly technique will save you. It is when you separate what is real and unreal can only save you from the death. By shifting emphasis from the default mind to the discerning intellect. Behold, you observe without judgment. You observe with judgment. What is that judgment? I am the body. I told you that 3 weeks ago I went to the doctor, said that, and the assistant was drawing the blood. I said, which arm? I said, whichever arm you feel good. You feel good? I said, yes. Because you will touch my arm, so obviously which arm you feel good. And then she started laughing. She said, okay, I understood. She is very experienced, maybe 20 years of experience. So I feel a little bit of pinch. Impulsive reaction is there.
Yeah.
But that reaction is separate from me. I'm not that. So I maintain that. I was looking there. Oh, are you looking? I said yes. Are you not looking? Can you put the syringe injection without looking at it? No. I said that is what I'm looking also. I'm also looking in the same way. She might have thought that this guy is really crazy. I don't meet normal people who are scared like others. Behold, observe without judgment. Behold means to watch your thoughts and feeling as if they are separate. They are definitely separate from me without getting entangled in their drama.
Yeah.
Injection, extreme pain. You use the word. No pain. Two phrases are there. Behold. First, by observing, see the difficult thought or a feeling as a cloud drifting by. Acknowledge its presence, but don't identify with it. If the attachment is too strong, change the direction of the mind. You did not change, you increased the presence of the mind. Are you getting it? I'm just. How do you change it? Deliberately check place of the body, position in the posture. Default mind says, oh, I am. No, I am. No movement. No, let me move a little bit. No, a little bit. You have changed the direction. You did not do it. What will happen? My heart, my head, my belly, everything is sinking now.
Yeah.
Did I tell you something very interesting? I have extracted from your conversation. You told me that you called your dad. Can the deluded mind call the dad? Or that mind who called the dad was separate from the symptoms? Are you getting it?
I mean, the deluded mind called my dad.
No. That because then you cannot call.
Oh, I see.
Who knows? Who is the knower called the dad, and at that moment you are totally separate from your deluded mind.
But it still wasn't.
You did not recognize it.
Yeah.
They were associated. They were identified, and that's why you had a problem.
I see.
Dad, I'm meeting my honey. Can you come? Is honey separate from you?
Yeah.
Same thing. My stress is separate from me. That knower, that observer was totally detached. But you did not recognize it. Why? Because the default mind says, I'm attached with it. So recognize, identify the thought, recognize the intellectual step of categorizing the attachment for what it is. Just a thought. Am I attached? Yes. You have a problem. Is it a thought? Am I attached? You recognize. Yes. Is it a thought? Yes. Am I a thought? Big no. You are free.
Okay.
Did I say? Are you in a hurry?
No.
Very good. Am I attached? Yes. Sorry. Am I attached? Yes. You recognize, admit it. That is the word are. Is it a thought? Yes. So I am attached to a thought. Now, am I a thought? No. I am free.
True.
So follow any symptom, any experience in your life, you enter into the higher awareness, that is the letter E. You cut the tie to the delusion. I'm not a thought. Thought says I have a lot of stress. Okay, very good. It is still a thought. This is also in neuroscience called rewiring the brain. We know it many thousands of years ago. This is known as the rewiring the brain. No. So I cut the connection, rewire. You did not cut it. a bird, E word, E letter, a bird becomes free, not by adding more feathers, but by opening its cage. You added more feathers. That I was so. So what is the story? So you tell the story. You are adding more feathers. I'm happy you are laughing. It means
I needed that. That was hilarious.
Dad, I had a sore neck. What happened to your neck? Your dad should have asked you, is your neck separate from your body? He did not ask you.
Of course not.
He was more concerned. So a bird becomes more free, it never becomes free, not by adding more feathers, but by opening its cage. And then you become what? You become active, or you awaken. Your wisdom is already returned. Now discerning intellect has returned. And there you find the space, and you find the space, you start dropping Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Okay.
And that is how the life changes. Casual and deluded acts as a lamp of wisdom, converts events into personal incidents. What is the job of the worldly intellect? Default mind, casual mind, reactive mind. It converts events into a personal incident. And what is the job of the discerning intellect? It keeps the event as a neutral event. Neutral means separate. Separate means I'm free.